Hi everyone. So welcome to my physics class. So I'm Subhashaya, physics lecturer. So I'll be teaching some of the important concepts covered for midterm examination for the upcoming midterm examination. So we have like 6 chapters. Like electric charges and fields, electrostatic potential and capacitance, current electricity, which all the three which you have already covered for quarterly exam. Now the next 3 chapters. Electromagnetic induction, moving charges and magnetism and matter. The next 3 chapters are included for midterm examination. So let us focus on the important concepts which will be like covered for midterms. Okay, so watch this video till the end so that you'll get a clear picture to prepare for your exams. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so from the first chapter, we have a derivation on electric field on the axial line and equatorial line of dipole. Okay, so these 2 derivations are very important as it is like most repeated questions for midterm as well as preparatory or board exams. And then you have about Gauss law and its applications. We have 3 applications. So those all the 3 derivations are very important. One is infinitely long straight wire, and then in infinite sheet, and the third one is a spherical shell. What happens inside the spherical shell and outside the sphere? So those again, those 3 derivations are very important. Any one derivation might appear in the exams. And then moving to the next chapter, you have about effective capacitance of 2 capacitors in series and parallel. Again, this is very important derivation and most expected derivation. Moving to the third chapter, you have about drift velocity. They can ask you what is drift velocity or derive an expression for drift velocity. And then it can be like a most like application based question, like what is the relationship between current and the drift velocity, where we have a formula like I equals NEAVD. Okay, so this derivation can appear, or in case if not, J equals sigma times E. Okay, so anything, it can be asked in any of the 3 ways. It can be asked, quite application based. I think you should think about that. And then we have about Wheatstone bridge. It's a balancing condition where it says that P by Q equals R by S. So using the Kirchhoff's laws, we will be deriving this Wheatstone network bridge. And then again, from the second chapter, we have about EMF and internal resistance in series and parallel. Again, these are 2 different derivation. Again, this is very important. And finally, like distinguish between dia, ferro and paramagnetic materials. This is, I think, one of the most important questions from magnetism and matter. Yes, there are so many important questions, but these are something like a passing package, so that if you focus more on this, at least like it can be like you can pass in the midterm examination. So please try to focus on this and try to make a note of it. And also you'll have an options. So at least if you study like all these things, you can choose among these things, and you can, I think you can score complete 15 marks, where we have 3 questions for 5 marks out of 5 questions. So I think you will be able to solve the complete. So now next, moving to the next section, that is about numerical, where you will have around 4 numerical questions. Among 4, you'll have to choose 2 numerical. Okay, so I think the resultant electric field, this is one of the most expected question. Okay, and then you have about equivalent capacitance. Capacitance, anyways, you would have studied capacitance in series and parallel. So applying the same formula, the numerical questions, almost a direct question can be asked. And then about current electricity, yes, the numerical will be at least 1 question confirmed you will be getting from current electricity. That's current, power or resistor. And and also from drift velocity. Again, you would have learned the formula for drift velocity, where Vd equals E capital E by m times tau. So based on this, you will be getting a numerical questions. And again, equivalent EMF, it is in series and parallel. Yes, if you know the formula for this, you will be able to solve this question. I think this is quite important. And here resistance in series and parallel is it's actually a deleted syllabus, but numerical can be expected from here. I think this is one thing where you can jot. Okay, so The first chapter is electric charges and fields, where you have already studied for your quarterly examination. So let us cover some of the important topics from this chapter. So firstly, like you have about properties of charges. You have three properties. It will be like for 2 marks or 3 mark question. This can be asked, and then properties of electric field lines. You've already studied in your grade 10 like properties of electric field lines. Yeah, that's the most expected question. And then you have an important law, that is Coulomb's law. Okay, so the Coulomb's law is, I think, the most expected question from this chapter. They can ask you the state Coulomb's law or Coulomb's law in vector form. This is actually the most expected, and they can also ask you the mathematical statement on Coulomb's law. Moving to the next, you have a Gauss law. Again, there's one more law in this, that's a Gauss law. Again, this is the most expected question here. Where Gauss law, all the three derivations, I think that will be covered for your 5 mark questions. But Gauss law, the statement or some of the application based questions can be asked over here in this concept. Skill based questions like draw the electric field lines on a positive charge that's it moves outwards, and what are the electric field lines for a negative charge that it moves towards, or for a dipole. Okay, so these are the some of the schematic diagram which can be asked. Actually, it covers under skills. So I think this is the most expected question as well. So moving to the next chapter, electrostatic potential and capacitance. So here, yes, define potential or potential difference or electrostatic potential. Any questions can be asked over here. Mainly the remembering or understanding based questions, and electrostatic potential. And even here, there's a skill based questions like draw the equipotential surface for different things. Like it can be a positive charge, negative charge. For a dipole, it can be, they can ask you here draw the electrostatic potential surface. They might ask you like what is electrostatic potential, or what is electrostatic shielding, or what is electric potential. Okay, write its SI unit. So these are some of the important questions. Like how it was asked, like what are the properties of charges, and what are the properties of electric field lines in the previous chapter. In this chapter, they can ask you what are the properties of electrostatic potential or electrostatic surface. Okay, and then again, now next we have like capacitance. What is capacitance, or what is the SI unit of capacitance? And you have again a very important concept, that is parallel plate capacitor. Okay, the capacitance derive an expression for parallel plate capacitor, or on what factors this capacitance depends on. So these are some of the important concepts in this chapter as well, as you've already studied for your quarterly. I think these are some of the topics, I think, where you have to again recall and study. And moving to the next chapter, that's current electricity. As you know that it has got a very high weightage. So in current electricity, yes, the first thing is Ohm's law. Okay, again here, I think you should mainly focus on all the laws. Like in previously we have Gauss law, Coulomb's law, and here it's Ohm's law. And what are the limitations? I think this is the most expected questions. I think this had appeared in quarterly exam as well. So what are the limitations of Ohm's law? And Ohm's law circuit diagram is also like quite important, where you would have studied in practical examination as well. So the circuit diagram or the graph related to the Ohm's law. Okay, and then as I mentioned, the limitations of Ohm's law is important. And there's one more law here, that is Kirchhoff's law. In Kirchhoff's law, we have two types, that is Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, so these two are again the most important laws, and easily you can score marks in this chapter. And as I mentioned, for 5 markers, equivalent EMFL series and parallel is also important. So yes, moving to the next chapter, moving charges and magnetism. Here the most important question is like from the Lorentz force. Okay, so Lorentz force is a combination of force acting due to electric field and magnetic field. Okay, that's the most important concept. It can be covered like 2 mark or 3 mark questions. And then you have two laws you have here. One is Biot-Savart's law, and the other law is Ampere's circuital law. Again, these two are very, very important laws. I think where you'll have to focus on this. Okay, and yeah, and there's also like as I mentioned in 5 markers, there's a force acting on two parallel conductors carrying the current. Yes, that topic is from this chapter. I think that you have to focus on it. Like, what is a force acting on a current carrying conductor? Okay, one is like they keep two parallel conductors and anti-parallel conductors. Okay, and yes, the continuation of this question, they might ask you what is 1 ampere. I think that's the most expected question. Okay, yeah, as I mentioned, this is a 5 mark question. Okay, so this is the most important 5 mark question again. Okay, so these are some of the important concepts from this chapter. Okay, moving to the next chapter, what is magnetism and matter? Yes, the weightage is quite less, but easily you can score in this chapter. So they might ask you what is magnetization, or what is the magnetic susceptibility. Okay, magnetization, what is magnetic intensity, and yeah, the meaning of susceptibility or relative permeability. So these are some of the 1 mark questions where it can be asked in this chapter. Okay, and as I mentioned in 5 mark question, like distinguish between para, dia, and ferromagnetic materials. Okay, so these are actually very important. If you learn this one question, I think it can be asked in different places. It can be asked for 1 mark also, it can be asked in 2 marker, 3 marker, or 5 marker. So I think this topic covers in all, like 2 marker, 3 marker, or 5 mark. So I think these all the 3 topics will be covered in this. So this is the most important question in this chapter. Okay, so moving to the next chapter, electromagnetic induction, you have majorly like 3 experiments: Faraday's coil and magnet experiment, and then 2 coil and coil experiment. Those 3 experiments are quite important. So based on that 3 experiment, they have consolidated to a law called Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. Yeah, this is a very important law. And then in continuation with this law, we are learning about the Lenz law. Okay, so these 2 laws are very important. I think in most of the question papers it has appeared. And then moving to the AC generator. Yes, so you should know what is the AC generator, on what principle AC generator works, and what are the applications of AC generator. And then something we have about inductors, we have self-inductance and mutual inductance. So these 2 are again a most important topic, self-inductance and mutual inductance in this chapter. Again, this is the most important question. They can ask you the SI unit of self-inductance or mutual inductance, or expression related to it. Okay, so these are some of the most important topics which you can cover in a short period of time also. Okay, thank you all. So I hope I've covered the most important topics in this video. So if you have any queries, you can just drop a message in our comment box. We'll get back to you in my next class. Okay, thank you all.